Okay, welcome to our latest Swampcast. We've been evicted from our usual setting, and we are back here in the studios of the Pat Dooley Show. Do you feel greatness upon you?
Yeah, I do. This is
it's been some
big-time stuff.
There's some real stars in here so far, but we'll be in here who knows how long. Hopefully you'll put up with it. Next time we come to you, though, we'll be coming to you live from Commonwealth Stadium, where Florida will play Kentucky. And Robbie, you know, Kentucky has built a good, nice little program up there. They're not great, but you can't go up there and take them lightly. You come away with an L. No,
Florida knows that too. I mean, Florida's had some trouble up there before in the past, and this is a very good Kentucky team, very good on offense, improved on defense. And, you know, you got guys like Derek Locke and Randall Cobb. They're as good as anybody in the conference at what they do. So, you know, it's a big headache game for Florida coming off that Tennessee game.
Who was it that Randall Cobb fought? Was it Ali or
Tex Cobb?
Yeah, Randall Tex Cobb. I don't think it's the same guy.
No.
His eligibility be up by now. Yeah, they're good. They got Mike Hartline last year was a total cluster, and now he's actually pretty good.
Yeah, Chuck Heater was talking about him yesterday. He's a lot better throwing the ball downfield. The key, making decisions. He knows how to make decisions now, which makes a big difference.
It does. Last year he wasn't very good, and if you remember, when he lost his starting job to Randall Tex Cobb, he basically blamed his teammates for it.
Yeah,
so
he was awful when they brought him back in the game that day.
Oh, remember him here? He was terrible.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You sit here and you go, what are you guys talking about? Florida beat them 63-5 last year. Florida's won 22 in a row. I was thinking about this today, Robbie. The first time I ever walked in this building, Florida hasn't lost to Kentucky since then. That was 1987.
It's a long time.
22 straight wins, but I'm telling you guys, Florida better go up there and play well, or they're going to come away with an L.
Yeah, no question about it.
I couldn't think of what the word was.
But to me, Pat, last week people are groaning about the Tennessee game.
Last week's over. I'm done with it.
To me, yeah, the players are saying the same thing. We don't even want to talk about it. To me, that was the Ole Miss game, but they won instead of lost like a year ago. Now this is like the Arkansas game last year. You have to go on the road the next week. They played bad the first quarter.
They played bad for 3 quarters and then played great in the fourth.
And then explode. But I think maybe that's what's going to happen here. This team's going to come together a little bit.
You know, I asked a question just out of curiosity of people, both on radio and in my column, has Florida ever had a moral victory? You know, Rob, you came up with the only one that I'll even grant as a possibility.
79 FSU.
Florida was
the winless year.
0-9-1 at the time. FSU was unbeaten. I think they were ranked #1. I'll give you that one. The people that came up with things like 74 Sugar Bowl, come on.
Heartbreaking
I got another call just now. The 83 USC game. That was a devastating tie.
They blew the game, yeah. And they were lucky that USC missed the extra point at the end of the game.
Trust me out there, people. The only one I'll even come close to giving you is 79 FSU, and even that, I don't remember Gator fans being happy after the game. Certainly not Tennessee happy. But if you got any of those, or also questions for Dr. Football, we're running a little low on them. I stockpiled a bunch from the beginning of the season. We use one in Sidelines every week. We use one on the Pat Dooley Show every week, so make sure you give us a call. All right, going up to Lexington, Robbie, we're excited about it, kind of get away from everything. Temperature's going to be in the mid-70s. You got to like that. We go to a different stadium, different deal.
It's a good place to watch a football game. The atmosphere is good up there. I mean, people probably think, no, basketball school, but it's got a good football atmosphere, too.
It's become good. Yeah, it used to be really bad. And I remember in 05 when we went up there, and they were all left at halftime, and it was 49-7. And then, fortunately for Kentucky,
Josh
Portis entered the game. And, you know, he's quarterbacking now at the University of Cal. Did you know that?
Yeah.
At Pennsylvania. Hey, you got to start somewhere or end somewhere. But
I wonder if Patricia's with him.
She probably is.
His agent.
His agent, PR.
She'll probably see this now, and I'll get a phone call.
Pat Dooley, let me tell you something. Josh is having a wonderful year. But, you know, it'll be fun up there. Remember 2 years ago, we couldn't believe all the people that were playing that game, cornhole? I mean, everywhere you went, there must have been 5,000 games.
That is where I first noticed it.
Yeah.
It was everywhere.
And you see it here a little bit now. You just throw this beanbag into the thing. So
most people cook, drink a few beers, they throw this beanbag.
They throw the beanbag. And then they come and leave at halftime a lot. But I don't think this week. I think Florida's got to find some receivers, Robbie. And I think that last week might be, you know, you're talking about it being the almost game, might be the kind of, hey, look, let's go let Omarius Hines run out there a little bit. Let's go let throw the ball a little more to David Nelson. Let's go do some other things. Obviously with it, well, we can't talk about the flu, can we? We're not allowed to talk about that?
No.
We don't want to be reprimanded. So
but, you know, they've got to
apparently they had some players that weren't feeling well.
They've got to do more on offense, Pat, because Kentucky's going to do more on offense.
Exactly.
So that's going to force them to open the playbook a little bit. And you're right, one of those young receivers is going to have an opportunity to do something. Let's see if they can do it.
But don't you feel like last week they knew they didn't have to, but this week they know they're going to have to, so it'll be a totally different game plan?
Yeah, I think it will be. Yeah. I think, like Meyer says, before every game he talks to Chuck Heater, what do you think? What do we have to do? And I think we're going to need more offense this week is what he's going to tell them.
Yeah, they don't have Eric Berry back there, but they do have Trevard Lindley, very talented player. He missed the fourth quarter of the Louisville game with a bruised knee, but he will be back this week. They're good at linebacker. Micah Johnson's very good. So it'll be interesting to see how Florida bounces back from their loss.
The point
oh, wait,
spread,
they won. Yeah. I'm sorry.
But the point spread again this week kind of surprised
Ridiculous.
me. 23 points. It's like.
Point spreads are made for gamblers, not for fans. Just remember that. A couple other games of interest this week. Robbie, how do you like that big game between Georgia and Arizona State?
Georgia, no problem.
No problem?
No problem at all.
How about Alabama, Arkansas?
Alabama, no problem at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Arkansas's defense is terrible.
I know, but I actually I looked that one over. Of course, you can read my picks column online now as we speak. They put it up 4 days before it runs in the paper, so you can read it there if you want to get that. And also, Pat Dooley shows up. There's so much. I don't know why you wouldn't spend all your day on Gatorsports.com.
You're beating yourself on your own story.
I beat myself
every day.
Can
you do that? You beat yourself.
I've come up with a solution that I'm going to keep to myself. But at any rate, we'll move forward. Next time you see us, will we have sweaters on? Maybe a little sweatshirt.
No, I'm not taking one. So.
Oh, you're going to be Mr. Manly?
Yeah.
Short sleeves?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, the coldest is going to be at 60 something.
That's cold.
No.
Right now it's 112 out there. Okay. I'm not taking one either. If you're not taking one, I'm not taking one. All right, but we will be there, and so we'll be joined by Trish. Great mix CD Trish just made for me. It's terrific.
Is the sweater song on there? Oh no, that's another one.
That's on the one
that's
I made
on
for
mine.
you. Yeah, a Weezer
Speaking
song.
of sweaters.
That's right. All right, we better get out of here. All right, that's going to do it. Pat Dooley, Robbie Andreu, Gainesville Sun. Next time we see you, we'll be in the bluegrass. Till then, so long.